is about to go down. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. That's the end of it? Written by Dave Filoni. That explains a lot right there, this episode. Let's see here. 10 barfs out of 10. I didn't think it was possible to lower the bar from last week. Yes, bad, literally terrible. I want my money back. I want the 1 penny that I pay for Disney Plus back. This is so much wasted time and dialogue. Agreed, especially for considering this episode was like, what, 31 minutes? And that's not including the like 2 to 3 minutes of recap and all that stuff in the beginning. David Filoni. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about Filoni in a bit. Let's see. Just watched Unstoppable with Chris Pine and Denzel. Rosario Dawson is in that too. I'll have to look that one up. I understand why Ryan hates Finoli now. Let's see. Yeah, way too short. They're doing the same like they did with The Mandalorian. They had these unevenly cut episodes that made no sense with the variation in runtime. Unexpected Fire says, I'm not as mad as the first 2 episodes, but it was still boring. I agree. Strangely enough, out of 3 of them, I'm probably going to like number 2 just because there was a lot of Lothcat and a lot of Chopper. Although I like how this one ended because you got a nice shot of Daddy Sith in there, Balin. So that was nice. That was nice to see. Lots of plagiarism. Yes, there is, Jerry Mendoza. I'm going to bring that up when we do the EFAP review in a minute or so here. 5 out of 10. I'm kind of feeling a little bit like that. Maybe 4. 2 stars, -2 for the double pour, so 0 stars. Yeah, I had to go for some liquor. Okay, well, it's not hard liquor, but you know what I'm saying. This might be the quickest review that I do on my channel. See, this show is so just bad. I'm just like, no, I need to share the pain because it's just ridiculous. Well, if any Filoni holdouts after this, they're beyond help. Yeah, they must worship. Some of them really worship Filoni too much. But from must see event to must sleep event, for real. But let me tell you something. With regards to Dave, Filoni, because I did not know who Dave Filoni was. I really didn't. I had no clue who he was. I didn't start hearing about him until The Mandalorian came out. And then eventually, the Book of Boba Fett came out. So I had no opinion on Filoni. So I heard people kind of like, they're talking like, oh, he's awful. He's ridiculous. Rebels is crap. The Clone Wars, he's going to destroy Star Wars. I had no opinion. Then I saw The Mandalorian. And then I saw the Book of Boba Fett, which was abysmal. Okay. And that's when I started to see what people were starting to talk about with regards to Filoni. And then, of course, you had Kenobi and Filoni getting more and more involved in The Mandalorian, and now you got this show. I this dude, he doesn't need to be anywhere near Star Wars whatsoever. Granted, I've only seen 2 episodes of Andor, but I can definitely say that the writing in that is much more on freaking point than this show. And ugh. But Filoni will probably get a darn movie out of this. This is for sure. This is for sure. Let the roasting begin. Yes, yes, let the roasting begin. So we start out with what has to be the most boring training montage I've ever seen. So, of course, you have Sabine here, who is fighting or training with robot David Tennant. Why his name is Huang, I don't know, but I just call him robot David Tennant. And it's a boring ass training scene that's going on here. It's and like one of you guys in the chat had said, and it looks like she missed a lot more than she hit. What you guys in the chat was pretty much kind of saying with this is it looks like a ripoff of the General Grievous character. 'Cause remember when we saw him, and I believe it was Attack of the Clones. Don't yank my nerd pass if I got that wrong. But Grievous, when he came up with the 4 sabers, it was on. With this, he's kind of like, okay, I'm just holding stuff. I'm just holding stuff. I'm just holding things. And that's pretty much it. And just rattling numbers off. I'm like, why do we freaking care about this? I call him Spartabot. A hand mixer has more personality. I agree. I agree. Um, there's nothing interesting about this guy. Ain't no movies coming out of this. I certainly hope not, but you never know with these folks. And Alan says the training scene in Dune 1984 was more interesting in all practical effects. Yes, that scene with Paul Atreides, where he's training with the bot. It's got the different attachments and the camera angles. That's what they should have did here, but nah. Go back and watch that. Watch that. All practical effects, and you got the urgency of this was not a game. This was like training as if your life depended on it. This here, it's just like I don't know, lightsaber yoga. Training yoga. I don't know. I don't know. It seemed like if any of you have ever seen the what was I going to say? Okay, for those of you who have ever watched the kung fu movies or like the martial arts movies where they have the training dummy and they're practicing all the moves and everything, and they're very strong moves, they're very purposeful moves. This was just like, I got nothing to do today, so how do they fit him in that droid? Nah, they didn't. They just did his voice. They just did his voice. It's been years since what did Sabine do all that time? Sleep and brood. It seems like it. I don't even know anything about her really, and I feel no urgency from her. I don't feel like I should really care. I care more about the droid than I do Sabine right now. Yes, I am a Bruce Lee fan. All right. This was from the Kung Fu series with David Carradine. Yes. Yes. Done way better. This was done crappily. And then, of course, you've got Ahsoka talking about you have to train your mind. Train your mind. Okay, so we remember in A New Hope when they were on the Millennium Falcon, okay, Luke was getting his ass blown up by that by the droid, the training training droid, little ball, you know, shooting little shots at him, and he kept screwing up. He just couldn't deflect the bolts with his saber. And Obi-Wan goes and gets a helmet and pulls the blast shield down and puts it on Luke's head. And Luke is like, "Well, how am I supposed to I can't see. How am I supposed to fight?" And you know what Obi-Wan says, right? Your eyes can fool you. Don't trust them. Well, why is it they get the same freaking concept here? Complete with the face shield down. And we just basically watch Ahsoka walk around the room to play some kind of weird game of Marco Polo. I, I don't get it. It was very boring. And if I had to equate this to, like, say, what we've seen in kung fu movies, again, those training montage, that master would have been just sneakily all around the place, purposeful. This was, I guess, just to see Ahsoka walk around. I don't get it. Sabine is 10 years older than Luke, impatient, disrespectful. Yes, absolutely. And your eyes can deceive. Yes, don't trust him. We remember that line that he said. I thought she wasn't force sensitive. Yeah, that is what I asked earlier of you guys in the chat, and you said yes, that Sabine was not force sensitive. Because I'm trying to figure out why is she talking about I can't feel, the force. I'm like, I don't get it. Not everyone can be a Jedi, so why are they forcing this storyline on us? Battle Hymn 63 says, I think there was a scene in the prequels where the children were blind fighting in the same way. Huh. I may have to go back and see that. If it was probably presented much differently. In this, it was just kind of like, just standing here looking at Ahsoka. And I agree, HC, it did. Haunted Mansion was much better. And John Sapola said, this is also like the training done with the movie Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yes. Again, with those types of action flicks, whenever you have a training montage, it is very intentful. And all I feel from this scene is that Ahsoka gets to just not change her voice an octave and have Sabine swing at the air. Now I remember why. And now why is it I remember so many original Star Wars quotes? Maybe because those shows were good. Yes, those movies were good. They were absolutely good. John says, what happened to being too old to begin training? As Yoda said to Luke, this one a long time I have watched. Never his mind on what he was doing. Adventure, excitement. Jedi craves not these things. But the Force is female, so all females are Force sensitive. Yeah, which I don't freaking like. And it's so lore breaking and it's lazy. Lazy writing. Wax on, wax off. It wasn't even that interesting. Uh no, yeah, no training music. We should be hearing something akin to from the Matrix or Mortal Kombat or even John freaking Wick. I know the original 3 dialogue more than I know the Holy Bible. Ooh. At one time that was me. That was me. right? Sabine is 30 here and she acts like a teenage girl. Yes, she acts like a sullen teenager. Something tells me that's a self insert, actually. If you ask me. Training montage used to have hardcore physical action. Now it's starting. I'll wait for Fletcher to put the rest. But yes, training, that was what the training montage's purpose was. If you've seen RRR, when he's working the heavy bag and he's working out and doing all that, the purpose of the training montage is to show either how far that character has progressed or how far it is that they need to go. That's why it's there. It's not just there just to have girls walk around. Should be 80s hair metal for the training montage. I could deal with that. That would be absolutely amazing. Yeah, that's classic. Absolutely classic. And here we are on the ship. We've got Hera there, the general with no troops, and the throat lozenges and the blister pack on her jacket. Oh, goodness. I guess times are tough for the new republic. Of course, here we have the the Zoom meeting. I'm still going to call it the Zoom meeting. Her hair is basically like, you know what? We need your help. We need your money. They're like, we have people to take care of here in the Republic, in the new Republic. So we can't give you any money. Not going to give me any money, huh? Okay. Well, guess what? We still have Imperials out there, loyal to the Empire. The girl Morgan got away. And guess what? That dude named Thrawn, you know, uh, he's still around out there somewhere. Yep, we got to see her son. Senators meet DEI. Yeah, so here we go. Mm-hmm. Says, of course, she's insulted. She's just like, "Don't you know who I am? Don't you know who I am?" So she, of course, she had to dress down, the man, of course. Fletcher Williams said, "I thought it was the Purina pet food logo the Rebels as sponsors with the blister pack on the chest." I don't know. I don't think that's Mon Mothma. Is it? I didn't watch Andor, so I don't know. I don't know. Could be the same actor. Yeah. They think Thrawn is dead. Thrawn's dead. It's no threat. No threat. Sure. You know. So we get to meet her son Jason. Now I haven't seen Rebels, so I don't know. Outside of what people have told me is that this is Hera's son, Jason. So who's his dad? Y'all know who his daddy is? Let me know. It is my Mothma. Okay. So apparently Sabine can't feel the force. She can't feel it. She can't feel it. And Ahsoka basically gives her the equivalent of trying to move a rock. Hey, just focus on moving the cup. I don't remember uh, either Yoda or Kenobi using using the Force for parlor tricks, so to speak. So having to move the cup like that, nah, nah. Honey, when you move a spaceship, that will be impressive. Oh, dad is a dead Jedi, and the kid is supposed to be green. Well, I guess they ran out of the no, not special effects budget. Uh, Practical effects budget, and they probably didn't want to hire the makeup artist that specializes in that type of thing, because yes, there are makeup artists, their specialty is special effects makeup. That takes expertise, and I guess they really didn't want to pay for that, which is a shame. I guess, Rosario Dawson's makeup for Ahsoka, which it is very detailed, that does take work to do. I guess that took up the budget. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, don't need no management midichlorians. More talking, more talking, more talking. Tells her start small. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. So I guess if you start small and give it your best, you too can use the force. Yeah. Okay, Filoni. Now the force is like a participation trophy. Great. All right. Talking in ships. Talking in ships. Jedi Order wouldn't have accepted her. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Tell her very few Mandalorians been accepted to be in the Jedi. We see Sabine trying to work on the cup, and it ain't going too well. Yeah, Vulcan lives. It's really whack that they did that. Make the kid green. But then again, that would be respecting. Okay, so in this case, Filoni can't even respect his own source material, right? And am I right with that? So if I haven't watched Rebels, I'm thinking the kid's supposed to look like that. But if you were someone who watched Rebels, I would be pissed that the kid does not look green. Messed up. Battle Him 63 says, I wouldn't be surprised if the data center hosting the Ahsoka videos met with a tragedy. Hmm. I wouldn't either. But you know what? They've got backups going. Yeah. They're like, nah, we can't risk that happening. That so doesn't look like the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. Yeah. Complete with, the light speed warp there. Way too much talking, way too much talking. Yes, talking in ships. Just talking. If they want these chicks to be real girl bosses, it will be action, constant, non-stop. But you know what? They didn't want to do that. Jason is half human. Okay. 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 So, sorry, Sabine, we can't help you out. So we're gonna drop from hyperspace. Okay. You're not supposed to drop too close, drop out of hyperspace too close because it can pick you up, but apparently it's different from these dudes. Different for them, right? And here we are with it's going to take me a while to remember names, so I'm just going to call him the kick-ass assassin droid. I'm forgetting his name already. You guys can help me. It's going to take a while. But I love the voice. Love the voice in that. On him. And so okay, here we go with possibly the most boring. I'm gonna sear this in my brain. Rock, yes. Like the rock. Okay, yeah, rock. Yeah. Oh wait, who's Ezra? Did they show Ezra? So you do, and I said this during the review. It is not lost on me that this cockpit looks almost dead to rights like the one in A New Hope. The scene in A New Hope where Luke gets in the gunner seat and shooting at ships. Same setup here. Take care, Bonzo Kilborn. Said Lorena gotta fly. Thanks for showing me I wasn't missing much later. No, you were not missing much at all. But I love, love, love you guys' comments. Love it. Alan says, Lorena, remember the character's name? Sorry, I must have been yawning the moment they said it. Ezra is Padawan with Thrawn and the Space Whales. Oh, that's a interesting. It's like, what are you hanging out with? Oh, my Jedi, my Sith Master and the Land Whales. That sounds like a band name. Battleham 63 says, not revealed yet. I think Marak is going to be Ezra. Marak, the most electrifying assassin in the galaxy. Oh, okay. Well, this is without a doubt the most boring space battle that I have ever seen in a long time. And it looks like to liven it up, they give us member berries back to A New Hope, you know, with Luke all gung ho about shooting. I got him. I got him. What did she say? Whoo, I got one. They couldn't even make it original. It's another member berry. What's going on here? Ooh, okay, so here's Darth Karen. Okay, it's Morgan, but I'm gonna call her Darth Karen from now on. I am team Darth Karen. I like her. She got people to do her bidding. There's no talk. Just do what I told you to do. So Robot David Tennant has to complete his scan for what's going on. They want him to get closer, you know. Great kid, don't get cocky. Yeah, I thought Ahsoka was gonna say that. Darth Karen. That's courtesy of y'all. Call her Darth Karen, and we're gonna see Sith Daddy later on here. Again, the cockpit looked just like the freaking Millennium Falcon. Just like the Millennium Falcon. Because Darth Karen, she wants to light him up. Her little ring weapon that she's got going on there, trying to lure him in. They said they got him. But actually, no, they didn't get him. And you know why they didn't get them? Because just like in The Empire Strikes Back, remember dude flew over, Han Solo went right at that Imperial Star Destroyer, and they thought he was doing a kamikaze and go through the window, and the sensors couldn't pick him up. Why? Because he attached himself to the bottom of the ship and then flowed away with the garbage. Which they did because the Imperials would dump their garbage before they go into hyperspace. So they dumped their garbage. It floated away with the garbage. But guess who's following them in the garbage? Emo Billie Eilish, aka Emo Fett, I guess is what we'll call her. She's hanging out right on their tail. I mean, y'all could, for real, y'all just could not get a original with Where's Your Manager, Darth Karen? I was waiting for the robot to quote odds to her. Yeah. Or have him talk so much that Ahsoka had to shut him down. Something like that. It was just too close. Slave Zero. Okay. Okay. So emo Billie Eilish Fett and her ship, the Slave Zero. Y'all the best chat ever. Sith Eilish. Yeah. So we have, let's say we have Sith Karen, we have Sith Eilish, then we have Sith Daddy, and Barack is just the assassin droid. So just so y'all know who the players are here. But oh no, 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 no. If you thought floating away with the trash was bad, Ahsoka apparently now can go out in zero G without a pressure suit in deep space and just get on the wing of the ship like it's nothing. And no, she does not need any space horses. Oh, no, 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 no. Girlfriend's just out there on the wing. Said, I'm going to take Sith Eilish's ship down. And I can't really play it. Play it, but y'all will just have to see the clip that I took out. But basically, she does a freaking cartwheel in space, and then just grabs the end, pulls herself on into the airlock, and boom, Ahsoka pop. Ahsoka Poppins. Oh my god. Yes, like the Disney Star Wars films, Leia. Mm-hmm. Jeez, I can't. I can't. Fletcher Williams says Ahsoka borrowed that suit for Star Trek Discovery. Oh no. Ahsoka Poppins, I'm stealing that one too. We have so many names. This is great. This is absolutely, absolutely great. The next one, I'm going to have to, before we start the watch party, I'm going to have to put up all the names that we've come up with for the characters. It's going to be funny. So, Ahsoka pulls herself in the ship. Nice trick. Got any more? Because she's a girl boss. Don't you know that? And here we go. Now, we didn't have any horses on the Star Destroyer, but guess what we got here? We got space whales. We have space whales. The same space whales that Grogu saw in the first episode of, I think, season 3 of The Mandalorian. So here's the space whales, and I swear I thought we were going to fly into one of them. Just like in The Empire Strikes Back. Remember, they went in the asteroid field and they thought they went in a cave, and turned out it was not a cave. Purgils. So that's what they are. Okay, purgils. Y'all know I'm gonna call them space whales, right? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Hey, John Sapola says, okay, guys, okay, I'm out, guys. Have a great night. Whoever is in Florida, be safe with the storm. Well, thank you, my dear. Well, I'm all batting down here, got all my hurricane supplies, and we're good to go right here. Let's see. For what it's worth, I never saw the last 2 Disney Star Wars films. I did see that Princess Leia Mary Poppins clip, and that was enough. Blah. I only watched up to The Last Jedi. I refuse to watch Rise of Palpatine. To this day, I have not seen it. Even the Fen creatures in hyperspace for B5 Crusade. Mm-hmm. And that was Rebels callback in The Mandalorian. Yeah, someone I know who had seen Rebels had to tell me about that. It was a cool scene. Honestly, the special effects for that looked a lot better than this one. So you could tell there was some kind of reason why Grogu could see them, but I didn't know that it came from Rebels. So Battle Him 63 says that chick looks like she is misplaced for a My Chemical Romance video. Her eyeliner is on point. Shoot. I gotta tell you, I love the bad guys in this. I'm loving the Sith, which is probably not good. It's kind of like with the Jurassic Park movies. They started to get so bad, you were rooting for You're rooting for the dinosaurs, like the T-Rex and the raptors and the megalodon. Yeah, kind of like that. Poor David Tennant as a robot. So here they are. They have landed. They have landed. Marok's like they must be hiding in the forest. If he's an assassin droid, wouldn't he have something? If he's an assassin, wouldn't he have something to scan the area? I mean, I would think having that type of scanner would be standard issue. But okay, well, I'm being logical here. I'm being logical. More talking, more talking, more talking. And then robot David Tennant brings up this weapon here. So here's your MacGuffin that's going on. Apparently, there's this gate here, which we've seen something like this in several other science fiction shows. Craft with these, yeah. Here we go. The Star whales named Purgils. So I look at that and it's just hyperspace lights, hyperspace gates. Now, there has not, to the best of my knowledge, not having seen Rebels, not having watched the Clone Wars, that hyperspace was something that was in the actual space vehicles themselves, X-wings, TIE fighters, Imperial Star Destroyers, etc. There was no gate system. So why are they coming up with this? And it makes zero sense to me. And with me as a quote unquote normie watching this, I'm thinking of all the other science fiction shows who have something like this. Star Wars, Star Wars Gate Atlantis. It's like, come on, y'all. Is this even necessary? And I don't see that it is. The backup sensors on my Audi would have found that shit. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. If they couldn't find a big metal object in the forest, their sensors are crap or made by Kia. Again, it made no freaking logical sense whatsoever. Do not consume product, just consume product. See, I asked too many darn questions. The Purgles can enter hyperspace naturally. Okay. So at the end here, we got Rey, aka Sith Daddy, aka Balin Skull, just giving the stare going on. And I have to say, he does more with one stare and his presence than I've seen really any of the actors do on this show. Darth Karen is probably a close second, and Darth Illish in third. But what does it say about the writing that you can just see this one scene with this one actor and the way his presence is, that this makes me more interested in the show, and this makes me root for this guy than anybody else in the show. At least he does walking just. Yes, he does. It's like, walk on, Sith Daddy, walk on. Yes, Alan, he did. Ray Stevenson, he was in RRR. If you have not seen that movie, you need to. It's an Indian film. Ray Stevenson plays one of the best baddies that I have ever seen in a long time in film. He is so freaking awesome. I did not know that he was in Punisher. So I will have to look that up, and I will have to look up Blackbeard. I so love this actor's work, so I'm gonna have to go back and check it out. Yeah, love seeing Ray Stevenson in this. Sadly, little Sith is gonna kill Sith Daddy at some point. Oh no, is Sith Illish? Yeah, little Sith is gonna kill Sith Daddy. Oh shoot. Hopefully not until the last episode, because I like watching Sith Daddy. I do. I like seeing him. Alan says, heard of RRR, haven't seen it. Well, you should definitely see it. It is on Netflix. So you can watch RRR on Netflix. I have had a watch party for RRR on my channel. So that's in the video. It's probably in a long list of watch parties, Indian watch parties. So definitely check that out. Definitely. RRR is worth the time for you to watch. And if anything, watching RRR, if you think you're pissed at Lucasfilm about their piss poor quality, watch that movie and see what foreign cinema is doing. And you're just like, "Oh, what the heck is wrong with y'all?" I don't know. He was Blackbeard in the Star show Black Sails, I think seasons 3 and 4. I only saw season 1 of Black Sails, so I'm gonna have to go back and check that out. But yeah, folks, honestly, I didn't like the first episode. The second episode was eh. The third episode, this was way too short. I would give it, I want to say, uh, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. And this one, and actually, no. I'm actually going to cut half a point off of that. 4.5. While the writing seemed to be somewhat better, you just ripped off of a whole bunch of stuff, especially from Empire Strikes Back and A New Hope. However, Sith Karen, Lil Sith, and Sith Daddy were on point. So we'll give it that. But overall, if I was a normie, I would have dropped out by now. There's hardly any stakes. There's hardly anything to keep me interested, especially if I've only seen the films. It's just like, what's the point in watching this? There's no one I flippin' recognize. And I mean nobody that I recognize. As for how many episodes, I think there's 6. I want to say, I think there's 6 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, wait, 8 episodes. Okay, so according to IMDb, there are 8 episodes of this show. So we got like what, 5? So we got 5 more, 5 more episodes to watch of this. But hey, we have 5 more episodes to watch so we can find out what happens to Loth Cat, what happens to Chopper, what happens to Sith Karen, Little Sith, and Sith Daddy. So we got that to look forward to. Hey, Laura says, hey there, I missed the beginning. Girl, you are going to crack up watching how we roasted this episode. I mean, I'm not even gonna spoil it. You gotta go back. You gotta go back and check it out, my dear. I tell you. Good seeing you, my dear. And I give this episode a 3 on count of the plagiarism. I don't blame you, Jerry. Um, yeah, I still think I'm still gonna stick with my 4.5. I think I am. And this is probably the only episode that I would actually go back and look at the snippets that I liked, because there's more Sith Karen in it. I never thought I would ever watch Star Wars or a Star Wars show and be rooting for the Sith. Dang. Oh, Yeah, don't drink anything. Don't drink anything, my dear. I don't know if 5 more episodes makes me happy or sad. I feel sad for the quality, but happy to get to roast it because Lucasfilm brought this crap on themselves. They really did. They really did. Damn, a 3, holy heck, why am I not surprised? Well, all of my ratings, because I'm a Rosario Dawson fan, I'm automatically gonna add 1 to them. So that's just me. So if you take out, and I probably should have said this before, if you take 1 point off, because I put that in for the Rosario Dawson curve, it will be a 3.5. But I am very, very upfront about my biases. At least I'll tell you about it. I'm honest. So we're almost halfway, and there's basically still no plot other than we gotta find Thrawn. Yeah, yeah. And frankly, if I was Thrawn, I would not even want to be found in this darn show. Ugh. That's Darth Karen. Don't make me report you to management. Oh, well, thank you guys so much for watching and helping me to review episode 3 of Ahsoka. Oh my goodness gracious. This is a freaking hot mess. Freaking hot mess. So if you are watching this review on YouTube and you're like, what are y'all talking about? Who are these people that you're talking to? Well, if you are a member of my channel, and I don't know why you're not, we get to watch this episode together, all the episodes of Ahsoka together as they come out. We watch it at 8:55 p.m. Eastern. If you would like to become a channel member, click that join button down there and it'll give you all of the details. So with that said, folks, this is going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for being members for the watch party for me. And thank you out there for watching on YouTube. So folks, have an excellent, excellent, excellent evening. I'll see you next time.